Hello, everybody. I want to tell you, this is amazing. This is our fourth World Summit. And whenever I stand here in front of all of you, I think back in 1984 when Emil and I just started this business in a small room in a small apartment. And look at us today. Wow, look at you today. Look at the Solid Camp today. It's absolutely amazing. Okay, so wait, hold on, let me. Okay, so a few things about our agenda today. We're going to have 2 coffee breaks and lunch at 12 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, the buses will leave for the boat. Please be outside at 6 o'clock. Very important. Now, one more thing I wanted to tell you. This goes back. My phone is not here for some reason. Please write down my phone number because you'll need it for the future. It's 972-5477-17240. Okay, plus 972-5477-17240. And the reason I'm giving out my phone number is because today, after each presentation, you can send questions to my WhatsApp. And then I'll ask the presenters, and they will answer your questions. Tomorrow, we will be giving out 6 prizes. The beautiful titanium the pens that we made with our CNC, the Swiss CNC. And again, I will be asking questions. You will write the answer on my WhatsApp. The person who writes down the correct answer, sends the correct answer first, will get the pen. So again, my phone number is plus 972-5477-17240. Okay, so that's the agenda. In all our previous presentations, how come the picture is not coming on? Right. Okay. In the previous presentations, Emil always talked about our affiliates, our resellers, our daughter companies. Today, I want to talk about the faces behind our solid cameras. What makes SolidCam SolidCam? It's the product, yes. It's the support, yes. But it's the faces, the people who make SolidCam what it is today. But before I talk about that, I want to show you this slide. Now, everybody knows the Iron Dome. The David Sling, the Arrow 3, maybe it's less known. But these 3 anti-missile defense mechanisms, they were all manufactured with SolidCam. Now, I know some of you people want better versions, you want more modules, more features, but let me tell you something. Everybody understands and knows this today, that the Israeli army is one of the best armies in the world. And if Rafael, the defense contractor, and Raytheon, the American defense contractor, they chose SolidCam to make these anti-missile defense, then you know that SolidCam is the best system. Then you could be at ease. You could know that there is no other system like SolidCam. Thank you. Now, we might have Esprit, we might have Hypermill, we might have Mastercam, but the truth is that SolidCam is the true master of CAM. And I think this slide proves it. Okay, so let's continue. How can I start without talking about Emil? Now, you know, you've heard about the history of Emil, you've heard about a lot of things about Emil. But I want to tell you three things about Emil. First of all, he was always number one. Emil does not settle for anything less than number one. It all started when he studied in a school that taught all the subjects in three languages: English, Arabic, and French. Could you imagine learning physics in French and English in three languages? It boggles my mind. But he was number one in high school in every grade. Incredible. Another thing about Emil is that he cares. He cares about everybody, his customers, the resellers, the daughter companies. He really, really cares. If you come up with an idea or if you have a problem, you could always contact Emil, always. And people don't believe that. They say, yeah, he's just giving us his phone number, but it's true. You can call him anytime, unless he's sleeping or swimming. But actually, you can call him anytime. So this is Emil. I mean, a lot have been said about him, and everything is true. He is very, wait, I have to get used to this. He is very much involved with the customers. As you can see here, we go along a lot of times in Israel. We go to machine shops, we talk to the customers, we get ideas. It's very interesting. And we're also very customer-centric, partner-centric. We go to see Citizen, Brother, Tornos. So about a month ago, we went to Japan, and Daniel Durica made an incredible demonstration about our Swiss type, and everybody was dazzled. Now, we're all sitting there in this big auditorium, and one of the guys starts asking questions, and he says, unfortunately, we are using Esprit. We would like to use SolidCAM, but unfortunately, we are using Esprit. So everybody gets dazzled by SolidCAM. Okay, so let's talk about the executive team. Me, Linda Somech, I'm the Senior Executive Vice President. But what I always also do, I process the orders worldwide for SolidWorks, for SolidCAM. And the reason I do this is because I always knew that support is the heart of the business. And I knew if I make the orders and I can satisfy the resellers and in turn the customers. Okay. The second one I'm talking about is Michael Ledetsky. Michael Ledetsky is our COO Global, and he is a very motivated person. He came to SolidCAM GmbH right after technical school, and he quickly climbed up the ladder. And one day, about 3-4 years ago, Emil and I were talking, and he said, you know what? Michael Ledetsky will be the next COO Global. And it happened. A year after that, he was the COO Global. So today he manages our biggest operation of Germany, Switzerland, and Austria. They have, SolidCAM GmbH has 4,000 customers, 7 offices, and they made a whopping 14 million euro in sales in 2022. Kudos to Michael and his team. Okay, and now the next person is Natalie Somech. Natalie is my daughter, like David Somech is my son. They are my pride and joy. And one thing I want to say about Natalie is she started out under Tzvika, who was then Israel's sales manager. And she worked with him directly with customers. And then a few years later, she started working with Eddie Pevsner, who was then the European sales manager. And she worked with the resellers. So the combination of working with customers and then resellers gave her an overall picture of SolidCAM. And of course, under Emil's tutelage, she became today the CSO, the Chief Sales Officer, and she is very motivated. Today she'll give you very ambitious targets, and congratulations for that, Natalie. David is also my son. Now, David came to SolidCam after he finished the army. And he was the one who customized Salesforce for SolidCam. Today, we cannot imagine our work or SolidCam without Salesforce. And it was David who did it. Now, David is a sort of person who, when you talk to people, what they usually answer, what they usually talk is something what you usually think they would say. Whenever I talk to David, he always gives me an out-of-the-box answer. His thinking is always very different than everybody else's. And this is why I love to talk to David, because of that reason. Today, he's still working in Salesforce, always advancing it. He is very busy. This is what made him the Chief Information Officer. And he also worked on Solid Metal, the platform that connects the customers and the manufacturers. So that's David. The next slide is about our R&D management. First up, there is Terry. Terry is Emil's brother. Emil convinced him to leave Checkpoint, which is a huge corporation that deals in cyber security. He convinced him to come to SolidCam to be the senior VP of R&D. Terry is low-key, but he is very motivated. He knows how to work with people. He knows how to make everybody cooperate with everybody, which is not easy. When you're working with people, it's not easy to make everybody cooperate with everybody. Michael Vinetsky is our Chief Product Officer. Michael worked in a lot of machine shops, and he managed a lot of machine shops. He is the brain behind our new toolpath and the multi-channel Milturn and Swiss type. He is incredible when it comes. He is always talking to customers, he's always getting ideas, and he's always coming to Emil with new ideas. Doron Osovlansky is what Emil calls the power engine of SolidCam. He is also very low-key. It took me a lot to convince him to actually put a picture of him here. He doesn't like to take pictures, but he makes all the complex algorithms of SolidCam. He sometimes works through the night, and he is what, again, Emil calls the power engine of SolidCam. Sidney Eisner has been with us for as long as I remember, and he has had so many roles. He started out with a little bit in documentation, then he was the M25 and AFRM product manager. And then what a lot of people remember him, he used to make a lot of videos. He was called the SolidCam professor. You can still see a lot of videos on. So he has a very high technical background. And because of this, today he is the VP of Quality Assurance. And because of his interpersonal skills, he can do this job so well. Whoa. Okay, now we're to sales and partners. Ivan Zimmer, I first knew him when he was working in SolidCam CZ. Under him, SolidCam CZ advanced. Today they're one of our major resellers. And today he is the Senior VP Europe. He also worked a lot with partners. And he's advancing all the time this thing of working with partners together with Greg Payton. Greg Payton is our Senior VP Global Partners, which is very important because our partners bring the leads and the leads bring the sales. So Ivan, together with Greg, They do a great job of working with partners. And by the way, before I was talking about Michael Leditsky started the cooperation with Star and Citizen in GmbH. And later, we did this for the whole world. We made this cooperation with the whole world. And Star and Citizen, as you know, are one of the major machine resellers. Okay. Ken Merritt. Ken Merritt is our Chief Sales Officer in the United States. Now, I'll talk about this later, about the operation in the United States. But it went under a lot of changes. Finally, we nominated Ken Merritt, and he is doing a great job. He works excellently with Emil, and there's only good things that I can say about Ken Merritt. Simon Sommer is the sales manager in Germany. He is, again, he's a sales manager, again, because of his interpersonal relationships. He likes to talk with people. He likes to drink. In fact, they say that after he's had a few beers, you can ask him for a discount. So, okay. T.C. Goon. T.C. Goon, he came to SolidCAM China in 2008. He was working with another company, Manusoft. And when we decided to open the SolidCAM China office, it was very challenging. The language is different, the culture is different. But TC made it all possible because he was the translator. He's actually the collector of, he knows how to talk with everybody, motivate everybody, make everybody cooperate with each other. And today he is the VP of APAC. Greg Payton I talked about. David Guntar is our CIS regional manager. That's all of Russia, USSR. Now it's a little bit challenging for him with all what's going on in that area, but he is plodding on. Zvika Friedman. Zvika Friedman is one of those people who is like Emil. He is a go-getter. He wants to be number one. And Israel is a small country. But today there is no machine shop in Israel that doesn't know who we are, that doesn't know who SolidCAM is. He takes everything you give him. You say, Zvika, we have SolidCAM for operators? Yes, I will sell it. Swiss Type, he was the first one who had so many Swiss Type customers. Now let me go back to Emil. I told you, Emil gives everybody chances. So when Zvika first came on board, he said, I would like to open an office in the north. Now, at that time, we had a small office in the center. And Emil said, okay, if you think you could do a good job, go ahead. That's Emil. He gives chances. Zvika opened an office in the north, and he did a great job. Again, today, we have about 900 customers in the north, and sales keep on growing. Today, Zvika is also the sales manager of Japan. And good luck, Zvika, and I'm sure you'll do great. International, technical, and post-processor support. Okay. Everybody here knows Daniel Durica, right? I mean, is there anybody here that doesn't know him? Is there anybody who did not at one point contact him for support or questions? He's always there to answer. He is very professional. He built a team under him who gives excellent post-processor and technical support. Daniel also travels around the world whenever a complicated post is needed. Last month, he traveled twice to Japan in 1 month for a very complicated post that the tactics team needed him for. And then again for the citizen meeting where he gave this dazzling demonstration. Mladen is also very highly technical. He gives such good support. He's the International Technical Support Manager. By the way, Daniel Durica was the International Technical Support Manager, but today he gave that title to Mladen because he is into R&D. And let me tell you something. Daniel doing R&D is the best thing that Tzfat can have. Okay. Marina. We met Marina when Emil and I were on a cruise to we stopped in St. Petersburg. We went to this customer, a reseller, and we were talking to him. And Marina was making the demonstration. Now, Emil was so amazed by Marina that he told me, right there and then, he told me, I'm going to take Marina. And then when we were we left the office, he asked Marina, would you be willing to work in SolidCAM? And Marina said yes. And Emil's gamble turned out to be very good. Marina is one of the best post-processor writers. She sometimes sleeps near the CNC machine till she can figure it out and write the best post-processor. So again, that's Marina. She is very, very good. The people under her, Natasa, Vukasin, and Amar, they're great technical people. They give great technical support. Okay, so SolidCAM today is like the Olympics. We have the strongest, the fastest, and the newest. And I'm going to talk today about the strongest. The strongest is SolidCAM GmbH. I told you about Michael Lidetsky, sorry. We have Lidetsky and Vinetsky. This is like a Michael Lidetsky. SolidCAM GmbH was established in 1994. Now, what happened was this. Emil went to Germany in 1994 to look for resellers in EMO. And it's, EMO is a huge fair, and he was walking and he was tired. And he met 3 big resellers who were interested in SolidCAM. The last stop, he met a company, a small reseller called CNC Team. And he didn't have time to make a demonstration. And Mr. Mantle, who was the head of the CNC Team, told him, if you're in the area, come and make me a demonstration. Okay. The next day was Saturday. Emil was tired. He needed a rest. He decided to go to Baden-Baden to the spas. And he said to himself, wait, maybe CNC Team is on the way. He looked at the map, and it was really there. So he called him. It was Saturday. He called him. He said, are you there? He said, yes, come make me a demonstration. So Emil made the demonstration. Gerhard Legele was behind Mr. Mantle. And after he made the demonstration, Mr. Mantle and both Gerhard said, I take it. A few years after that, CNC Team, they had a lot of debts and they closed their business. And Gerhard was made the Geschäftsführer of SolidCAM GmbH. Now, under Gerhard, SolidCAM GmbH prospered. He opened the 7 offices. The office that we have today in Germany, he designed it. Gerhard Legele is somebody who thinks till the end. He used to talk hours to Emil on the phone, thinking how to start this operation. And kudos to Gerhard. He is one of the founding fathers of SolidCAM GmbH. Today, Michael Lidetsky took over as COO, and Gerhard took a step back, and he is a management consultant. Still very important. Simon Sommer is the sales manager. He's a very personable kind of guy, and this is what you actually need to be a sales manager. He loves talking to people. On weekends, he takes his family, and his dog, and he goes on his camper. Very nice person. Frank Zender he's like an encyclopedia of knowledge. He loves to have complex SolidCAM parts on his desk. And he's just, if you have any question, any kind of technical question, you can ask Frank Zender. Christine Noder is the financial shark of GmbH. Nothing gets past her. She is also in the management meetings, and she controls the finance to the T. She's not here today, which is a pity. Okay, so the 7 offices, these are the 7 branches. And now I want to talk about the branch managers. Come on. Nothing is happening. Oh, I didn't finish. John, till this comes up, the SolidCAM GmbH is expanding all the time. They're getting new staff all the time. Okay. Now, who are the branch managers? Come on. Wait, let me go back. Come on. Come on. Okay. Okay. About a year ago, Emil and I we went to Germany. From the south to the north, we made like a week tour around Germany. And let me tell you something. When you see such a motivated team, they are so I was shocked. I mean, I was sitting in the offices. You know, you have these meetings. But you see a team. You see these people, Wolfgang Heller, Ralph Kaiser. Ralph Kaiser, when we were there in his office, somebody called him to say a big deal came up. We won a big deal. And he actually jumped. And he was like, wow, we got a big deal. And this team, the branch managers, they are so motivated. It's incredible. Enrico has been with us from the year 2000. People say that he's been in SolidCAM for so long that when in the beginning, he used to go make demos on a horse before we had cars. Yeah, so. Vitali Weber, they call him the Swiss Army knife. All the complex Swiss parts, he makes them. And today, Michael will show a video about him, right? Cutting Swiss type. Philip Clemens is, again, a very nice person. Loves to drink, dance, have talk. He loves to go to discos at night and dance till the morning. Now, again, what makes this team is the people behind it. They are motivated. They work well together. It's incredible to see them together. SolidCAM USA. SolidCAM USA went under a lot of changes, Like, you know, last year Sean was the managing director, and it wasn't going anywhere. And after 10 years, Emil said, enough, let's try something new. Today, we have a whole new team headed by Ken Merritt. Ken Merritt, like I told you before, he is super motivated. What is good about Ken Merritt is that he is a very technical person, and he's a good salesperson, and he works well with people. And he works well with Emil, which is very important. Bill Gompel, he is the CFO, and he's also in the management team. And he has, I think, brought a lot of stability in the way of thinking of how SolidCAM USA should be run in the financial terms. Kevin Rankel, I talked about him yesterday in the managers meeting. He gives the best support. I said yesterday that a person called him in the weekend, 4 hours he stayed with him on the phone. And let me tell you something. Good customer support has a ripple effect. One customer's endorsement can reach hundreds of people in today's interconnected world of social media and Instagram. And again, bad support can ruin SolidCam's brand and reputation. So when Kevin sat with that customer for 4 hours, can you imagine how the customer felt and what he later said about SolidCam? Steve Welch is our national sales manager. He brings in, I would say, the most sales. He's very, very good with talking to people. People trust him, and that's why he can make as many sales as he does. Chris Calderon is he was behind the iMachining Wizard. He thought about the Wizard, which today is our advantage over Volume Mail and all those people that say they have iMachining. Eric Forwith is our post-processor manager. He had a TV interview about 3 years ago. So if anybody wants to see it, you can see it on the video. Jack Maynor, wow, this guy, Emil drives him crazy. He's the marketing manager. He calls him day and night. Jack, I need this. Jack, I need that. And Jack, whatever he asks him, the next day it's there. He is as fast as a bullet. John D'Amico is our documentation manager, and all the documentation falls on him. Okay. Now, SolidCam India. I told you we're like the Olympics, strongest, fastest, and newest. SolidCam India is our fastest growing operation. It was founded in 2008. Today, there's 65 staff with 3 main offices. Now, the combination, what makes SolidCam India is the combination of Amod Onkar, who is the country manager, and Anuj Bhandari. Amod is very, very high up there when it comes to technical knowledge. By the way, he's also the product manager for 3-axis simultaneous and 5-axis simultaneous. And believe me, Amod, I don't know when you find the time to sleep, but you do, I guess. Anuj, in 2002, in 2022, we went, they started developing the Middle East in UAE, in Qatar, in Bahrain. And there I saw firsthand how Anuj works. Anuj is a people person. He talks to this guy and to that guy, and he's very, when he talks, he's like a motivator. And he exudes this trust in him. When you talk to him, you feel that you can trust him. So together, these two people, Amod Onkar and Anuj Bhandari, they today became the fastest growing operation in the world. You know, I told you I do the orders worldwide, and the number of orders coming from India boggles my mind. Another order and another order. Kudos to you. Of course, Arun Kumar is our sales manager in the South. Ashok Kumar is our technical manager. And they give great technical support and great sales. Arun calls me all the time. It's a pleasure working with all of these people. Okay, let's move. SolidCam China. SolidCam China, again, like I said, when we first opened our office in SolidCam China, it was very challenging. Zhang Chuan is the country manager there. He is an incredible guy. He doesn't speak English, which is a pity because I would have liked him to talk. He is, what can I say? He's like a fireball. He, together with him and Emil and TC, they made possible our new integration Tiangong CAD which is the solid edge integration, which Emil is going to talk about. But today, SolidCAM China is growing. They're working with Star, with Citizen, Tongtai, Afming. And like you see here, they have one of the biggest customers is Foxconn, which is the manufacturers of Apple. So they're great. They're doing very, very good. And Tiangong CAD, I think, will be the major integration in China, and we will be the CAM. We will be the Tiangong CAM. Yeah! China, here we come. Okay, the third winners of the Olympics is SolidCAM Spain. These are the our newest daughter company. And this is also an interesting story. Maria called Emil in July 2021 and told him, listen, Emil, Smart PM is not doing that good. Now, Emil at that time did not even know who Maria was. He had to ask Natalie who Maria is, and she told him she works in Smart PM. So he started talking to Maria. In 1 month, Emil appointed Maria as the country manager of Spain. She founded SolidCAM Spain after 1 month. She started, she hired 14 people, 8 of them are technical people. The numbers are increased from 39% to 59%. No, sorry, they increased, the numbers of the customers increased by 30%, and 59% of those customers have eye machining. 78% have subscription. Now, for Spain, this is not something that's normal. But if Maria is the kind of person that she's like full of fire, and when she talks, you get very enthusiastic. She has a great team under her, Philippe Quesado, who's the technical and training manager, her husband, Sergio, who is the operations manager, Miriam Lopez, who is the marketing manager, and Miguel Alvarez, who's the post-processor. So she has a full team of technical, post, sales, and marketing. And this is why it's the newest, and maybe they'll beat SolidCAM India, who knows? They'll be the fastest growing. This is how they're across Spain. Okay. SolidCAM Additive. SolidCAM Additive is our newest venture. Emil is always looking for new ways to expand the SolidCAM business, to make SolidCAM the complete platform for manufacturing. And his latest thing was that 2 years ago, he decided to start with the additive. He checked the market, and he said that Desktop Metal was the best partner. And we went with Desktop Metal. And today, we have a technology center in SolidCAM Germany. We already have our first customer who bought the shop. And we have Kenny Betts. He is working in the States with Pete Genovese. They have a shop system in the States. And Alexander Mizyankov works in Israel. And Robert Junk works in Germany. So you have 2 in Germany, 2 in the States, and 1 in Israel. Okay, now my last slide is the financial team. You know, no organization can succeed without a good financial team. And so I'll start. William Sphiri has been with us from the beginning. He is the CFO of SolidCAM Limited. And under him, everything goes smoothly. I talked about Christine Older, that she's the financial shark of GmbH. Bill Gompel, I also talked to you about him. He is the financial manager, the CFO of USA. He's also on the management team. And he knows, he develops the market. He has ideas about how to develop the market and also how to make good financial decisions. Mayor Simpson is our newest addition to our team. He worked in a very big company called Iscor. I think Mayor is working with all our daughter companies, he'll work with the resellers, and he has extensive knowledge in finance. So if anybody needs to talk to him, he needs advice, he is the person to turn to. He is incredible. And now, there is one more person I would like to talk about who is a solid comer. I would like to call to the stage Nomi David. Nomi, are you there? Right. She really didn't know that she's coming up. But let me tell you something about Nomi. Nomi is a person who works, she is a solid comer. She works with all of you. Anything people need, they ask Nomi. Nomi, I need a visa. Nomi, I need a letter to the consulate. Nomi, I need this. Nomi, I need this. For this summit, a lot of people turn to Nomi. Nomi, we need this. Nomi, and one thing about Nomi is that she does it from the bottom of the heart. If you come to her with a problem, Nomi will solve it. So thank you for being a solid comer.
Thank you. Yes, we can, and yes, I am.
Thanks for watching.